The pastor of a church whose daycare left a 3-year-old girl in a hot car across from the Capitol today is admitting employees made a mistake. The girl's all right after being treated at an area hospital, but employees are shaken up.
KOMU8's Chris Gothner joins us live from the Capitol with what the pastor had to say. Chris?
Jim and Brittany, you'll recall that today was a scorcher. Temperatures reached the 90s, and that made this a particularly dangerous situation. Now, Pastor Marcus Sage of Fountain of Life Church, which runs God's Little Tykes daycare in Jefferson City, says employees were devastated after learning that a 3-year-old was left in a daycare van here at this Circle Drive at the state capitol this morning. He says in 10 years, this is the first time something like this has happened, and he wants to make sure that it never happens again.
We were very saddened by it and definitely care about kids. That's why we do what we do. The last thing we'd want for a kid to get hurt.
That's Pastor Marcus Sage, whose daycare made a mistake that could have been deadly, leaving a 3-year-old girl in a van outside the state capitol while kids went on a field trip. A passerby heard her cries and alerted Capitol Police.
The person did everything exactly right. They saw something unusual, they called the police, and they took action. It was good that this van was unlocked. She was able to get the child out while she was calling police.
Firefighters say today's quick actions prove just how crucial seconds and minutes can be.
The temperature will rise inside these vehicles relatively quick, and the body cannot resist but shutting down in these extreme conditions.
Turner demonstrated just how quickly temperatures can get dangerously high. In 15 minutes, the temperature inside a car can reach nearly 150 degrees. Police and fire officials agree if you see a child in a hot car, call 911 and do whatever it takes to get him or her out.
If our officers would have been there and that car would have been still locked, we would have forced entry into it to get the child out. And I think that's a very good recommendation.
Pastor Sage says employees miscounted the children after they exited the vehicle thinking everything was fine. He says he's immediately putting a policy in place to ensure something like this doesn't happen again.
Not only will they have the names on the list and a head count, but they will actually have to go through to where they were seated, check that seat, make sure they're out of the vehicle, then highlight their name once they're in line with their class.
Now, Capitol Police said earlier today they plan to turn over details of what happened to prosecutors. They say the daycare has been very cooperative in the investigation. Reporting live at the Capitol in Jefferson City, Chris Gothner, KMU8 News.